All right, hello, everybody. Welcome or welcome back to Raven's Escape Crafts. I'm Sue, your host, and I hope you all are doing great today. I'm just checking in, doing my weekly video. I know they have been so off lately. I will make excuses. It has been, yeah. So, but what have we finished? I only finished one thing since last time. Well, I finished two. I shouldn't say that. I actually finished three. Yeah, three things. Three things I finished. I finished. I got a custom order for some face scrubbies from 6 Face Scrubbies, so I made those. They're like in a turquoise, bright pink, and purple. So I did those. I made those. I had to go shopping for some yarn for those. Went to Michael's. They had a 30% off all regular price, so I got them a discount. What else did I do this week? Oh, and then I finished 2 of these. These are like a super long granny square scarf in like browns, tans, and grays. They are super, I'm like in love with these scarves. They are so cute and they're really long, or you can, here, like, I'll try to stand up a little. Ugh. See, oh, it's kind of close. Okay, so, but that's wrapped around like the front and going around. So I finished this. Let me tell you though, it's funny. There's a funny crochet thing, and anybody who crochets probably can relate to this. So like, I don't know, my light's like, I want to turn it off. Let's try to turn it off. There you go. You can still see me. I'm like half green, half white. But, so, you know, it's funny because I like granny square stuff. I really do. I love granny square stuff. And I showed you guys these granny squares when I was making them. This is half of these are the all-in-one granny square yarn. And then the other half is, actually, I didn't show you these. I used Red Heart Color Mystery from a mystery pack from Yarn Inspirations. And this gray, it's like a gray, tan, and white and black. So I did like half the squares in that, and half the squares are the all-in-one granny square. And then this I did 4 rows on the granny square, and then ringed it in black, and then just put it together with a slip stitch for the squares. Here's the back, and then did a single crochet and a double crochet border. Single crochet and the double crochet border, you can see it. So what I was getting at was, you know, I've done a ton of granny square projects, and I'm like, it's funny because like sometimes I'll be like, ugh, I don't want to do any granny squares right now, and then I get to a point and I'm like, why don't I want to do granny squares? I love granny squares. And then I get all this like granny square yarn, or do put air in my mouth, sorry, to make my own granny squares. And then I'm like, oh yeah, why don't I do more granny square projects? I should do more granny square projects because I love the way granny square projects look. I love the way they come out. I've made so many of them. Why do I even think like, oh, I don't want to do them? I can tell you why. Because last night I was working on this. Last night I made 2 of these scarves. So I finished the one. That one was almost done. And then I finished this one. This one I had put together, the squares. I just needed to, because I finished putting them together yesterday, and then last night I just needed to weave all my ends in and then do the border. I reminded myself why I don't like granny squares all the time. I do them in spurts. Because last night I sat here and we watched House of the Dragon, and what else did we watch? I don't know. We watched 2 shows last night, and my son stopped down to talk to us, and the entire time I spent weaving in ends. So the end I counted, I had 112 granny square, or 112 ends I had to weave in before I did the border. And then I finished the border today. So, yeah, so it was 114 ends I had to sew in and cut off. And you think that's not even, because I did the granny square yarn is all one. So if I had to do this individually, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. So 10 ends per, right? Is that right? 10 ends per square. And these are 30 square. No, this one's 32 squares. So if I did these individually, like regular granny squares, just this one scarf, so 32 times the 10 would be 320 plus the 2 ends for the, oh no, plus the ends for putting it together, which would have been, so 322 with the border, and then 3/4, so 324 plus 15. It's almost 350. Yeah, or almost 340, yeah. So, yeah, it's 300 and some ends to weave in. Now, if you're not a crocheter and you follow me, it's a pain in the butt. But when they're done, I just love the look of them too. So, yeah. And so that's when I get done crocheting. What am I currently working on? My friend gave me this ottoman she wants recovered. Hold on. Let me show you. Let me pull you over here. Apologies for the movement. All right. So over here, let me see if I can show you next to my walker is this ottoman. It's got a sweater on top that I need to work on too. And, but there's this ottoman and it's really ugly. And so, hold on. Let me put you back on your stand. Okay, there you are. She bought it at a yard sale and she doesn't like it. So she wants to see if I can make a new cover for it. It is ugly. I mean, the cover they made for it is ugly. But she got it at a yard sale and it's a cute ottoman. So, now I don't know how they did this thing. I don't know how they did it. It's knit around the edge with like a rope. And then they somehow knit the circle, but they did not do a very good job of it. So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm using this yarn. She said she wants it, because right now it's like a gray or a dull gray color. She wants colors, so I got this. I think that's colorful enough. This is Premier Serenity Chunky Candy yarn. I had gotten a bunch of this. I think they discontinued it, but I'm not certain on that. But I had gotten a bunch of this stuff when it was on sale. So I'm going to knit the edge, like so this is going to be the edge, like going around the circle. And then I'm going to crochet a circle for the top and then sew that together. And then I'll pull it underneath and then just like either with elastic or a tie, I'm going to cover it. I was considering doing an all crochet because I could do that, almost make it like a basket sort of situation. But I think it's going to look cooler this way with the knit on the edge and the round crochet top. I mean, like, I know obviously there's probably ways to knit around, but I don't really I am not that talented with knitting. I can knit. And that's about as far as it goes. Yeah, I can knit. So I'm gonna knit the edge. We'll be working on that some tonight while we talk, while we chit chat. So that is what I'm currently working on. So what has happened since I talked to you last? So it's not. It's, actually, I mean, we're gonna put it in a positive today. So let's see. Since I talked to you last, I went to the doctor on Friday. I tried a different doctor that was useless, but whatever. I should have just made an appointment with the doctor I have been seeing, because the one I saw didn't do anything more. In fact, he was not as good as the one I've been going to, which says something. So, but let's not be negative. I'm going to be positive. He did put me on water pill to see if we can get the swelling out of my legs, which is good. And it has been working some, you know, because at this point I don't know what's causing the swelling. I would like to know what's causing the swelling, but I will settle for help starting to reduce the swelling, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, so we're doing that. It has been helping. It's not a miracle drug at this point, but again, I've only been on it for less than a week, so we'll see. You know, my dad was on a water pill for many years, so you know, it could just be genetic. I don't know. So we'll see. I'm hoping if maybe I could get the swelling down and under control, maybe I can not take the water pill all the time. Right now, we're going to take it all the time to try to see if we can get this under control, because this has been going on for almost a year. So that was good. At least I got that. And I finished my antibiotics, thank God, because those were killing my stomach. So that's good. And then, so it was my husband's birthday on Friday. We celebrated, I think, did I talk to you since we celebrated? No, I don't think so. We celebrated my son's birthday on Tuesday. That was really nice. He turned 16. So we had a nice dinner and had cake, ice cream cake from Ice Cream World. And it was really good. And we had a nice night together. And he got some presents. Of course, he had to work, but welcome to almost adulthood, kiddo. So, yeah, he had to work and go to band camp, but that's okay. So, he was still in a good mood. He had a good day. And then my husband's birthday was Friday, so he had taken off work because he doesn't work on his birthday. And so he was at home, and he, well, of course, he got to take me to the doctor in the morning. That's always exciting. And then in the afternoon, he really wanted to go shopping. We always go shopping on his birthday. He loves to shop. He's not spendy. He's not the kind of person that goes and has to spend all kind of money. But the kids also wanted to go shopping because they got their second paycheck. So, you know. So, yeah, so we did that. And then, so they were like, oh, we're going to go shopping. And tell you what, like, after everything I've been going through, I just was like, I really want to go with. Now, I was already in pain because I had gone to the doctor in the morning, so my feet and legs were absolutely killing me already. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to sit at home. Because I know if I sat at home, I would just get upset and depressed about it. And I was already in pain, so what's the difference? So I got myself together, and I got, we all went up to the Lehigh Valley Mall, which there was a store there where the kids wanted to go and get stuff. And of course, I didn't go. The nice thing was my aide was with us, so we went to we just hung out. It's a 2-floor mall if you're not from around here. And so her and I just hung out on the first floors because I don't know what it is. Like, the elevator going up in the mall is like so tight, and the floors there are like those big tiles, and they have like the grout is like worn down, so it's like dun, 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 with the wheelchair. So I'm like, you know what, let's just leave this downstairs. You guys go upstairs. I don't need to go upstairs. I don't need that store. So her and I walked around Spencer's and did some shopping downstairs. Oh, excuse me. And then we met up with the boys, and then we went to Barnes and Noble and Michael's. So, oh no. And got some stuff. I actually didn't buy any books. We went to Barnes and Noble. There isn't anything new that came out that I'm looking for, and there was like one book I saw that I kind of want, but I'm sure I could probably pick it up on Thrift Books or something like that. So just not, I didn't need anything. And then, I looked around and nothing was like, ooh, I have to have it, so. And even Michael's, I only bought a little bit. I bought a couple of, I had that custom order for the face scrubbies, so I bought some yarn some cotton yarn for that. And I did not have, she wanted some specific colors, and I knew, they're really good colors, so I mean, I can make more face scrubbies and stuff out of them and sell them. So I mean, and cotton yarn isn't all that expensive, so I was more than happy to make them for her and get the yarn, and I had a 30% off, like I said, 30% off coupon. So we did that, and then we looked at some Spooky Town. We didn't get anything expensive this year because at this point, we don't have anywhere to put it up that we can put it up right. We put little pieces up here and there, but we used to do this whole big setup, big setup, and we've gotten more stuff since then. The problem is we don't, with the kids getting into Warhammer and D&D and stuff like that, we used to put it in, well, years ago we used to put it in the living room. Of course, now I live in the living room, so that's not an option. And then we used to put it in our dining room. Of course, that's now where my Etsy store stuff lives because they can't go in the basement anymore, which is where we used to keep it. So my Etsy store is basically in the living room, so we don't have room to put Spooky Town there. And then we used to put it up in the basement after that, because it's an 8-foot table, and then a 4-foot table, and then another 4-foot table, I think. It's big. It's really big. If you don't know what Spooky Town is, I know one of my viewers does, because they saw it one time. But it's by Lemax, ones that do the Christmas villages, and they do Halloween Village too. It's really cool. They've been doing it for a lot of years at this point. And my husband actually started with it. Yeah, we'll get into story time. You guys want to hear a story? Get into story time. Hold on, let me have a pause quick. Alright, so let me get my project back. Oh, let me have some water too, because I need to keep hydrated. New pills, new hydration, extra hydration. Reminder, make sure you keep hydrated. Just do it this weather. So, as I was saying, Spooky Town story. So, years ago, well, we love Halloween. I've told you guys about that before. And we absolutely love Halloween. And I don't know how many years ago now. It's gotta be almost 20 years ago at this point. My father-in-law passed away. And my husband took it very hard. Who does? You know what I mean? And it was his dad. And we were dealing with him. You know, he was having a hard time. He really was. And so we bought our first, that was the year we went shopping around his birthday, because we always do. And we found Spooky Town. And that was when he bought his first Spooky Town, was when his dad passed away. And so it kind of has become this like annual tradition that we buy Spooky Town every year to, you know, I don't want to say, it's just a thing that happens. So this year, of course, we haven't put the full up in a number of years, so we don't want to, and last year we didn't decorate for Halloween all that much. Oh boy, what did I just do? I don't know. I shouldn't be talking and knitting, should I? What the hell did I do? Oh, I guess I just didn't finish this row. So, as I was saying, and so we haven't been putting it up like we used to, so we didn't get any big pieces this year, but we did get a couple of little things just because it's tradition. So we got that at Michael's. And then we came home, and my husband had to run to get my prescription, because, you know. And what else did we do? And my aide was here late because she was out last week one day. So then she was here late. She made up her time. She stayed late for a couple days, and she's been doing that this week too. Because she missed the day this week as well. So it's okay. I mean, she wants to stay late and make up her hours. That's fine too. I don't mind. So we're doing that. And then, but it was nice. It was nice to have her with, because then, like, when we went to Barnes & Noble, I could go off in one way, the kids and my husband could go off another way, but I was by myself, you know, trying to navigate the wheelchair, because let me tell you, a lot of these stores are not wheelchair accessible. Not really. I mean, I'm getting better and better with it, to be honest with you, and it is still like, you just can't. A lot of these stores are just not set up for wheelchairs. I never realized how bad it was until I started to have to use a wheelchair when I go out. So, but we went out. I came home. Of course, by the time we got home, I was in a world of pain. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. I mean, sometimes I gotta get out of the house too for my own mental health. Whether my physical body wants to let me or not, if I can't keep my mental health going, I gotta, you know, sometimes we make sacrifices. Oh, I apologize if you hear my kids in the background, because they are absolutely screaming, playing a video game upstairs. So, yeah, so we did that, and that was fun. And then, we came home. I ran to get my prescription, and then we ordered some dinner, because I was not up to going out. So, and he was fine with that. So we got some barbecue, got some brisket and stuff like that, which I'm not supposed to have, but that's okay. I mean, I got chicken. I got chicken and brisket and pulled pork. So I'm not really supposed to have the pulled pork, but I didn't add anything to it. So it was just smoked pork. So that's okay. And then I had chicken, and I had brisket, and then I got smoked Brussels sprouts, which were really good. Really, really good. And then I got mashed potatoes, which I'm not supposed to have, but it was a birthday dinner. And we got so much food. I had the rest of it. I had I had some of the rest of it for lunch the next day. And, well, so my kids got a pulled pork sandwich and a burger. And then my husband and I got the actual barbecue. I don't know why the kids didn't want full barbecue, but that was okay because the next day for lunch, I had the chicken and one piece of brisket left because I still had like 4 pieces of brisket left. And then the kids, and then my husband had all kind of food left over too. So we each took a little bit of ours and then let the kids eat what they wanted to. And we still had a whole chicken leg quarter after that. So that was 2 meals for 4 of us, plus another lunch for my husband for the chicken. So, I mean, he was like, oh, it's kind of expensive, don't get from there. But man, I'm glad I did because, oh, sorry, this cough. The one medicine I'm on gives me like a dry throat. So sorry. Yeah, so we, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, so, I mean, it is a little expensive to get from. It's called Grumpy's. It's around here, and it is a little expensive, but let me tell you, it's worth every penny. And, I mean, like, they gave me, mine was, like, chicken, pork, and brisket. And I think I got, like, 6 or 7 strips of brisket, like, big strips of brisket, like this, like this. And then like a pile of pulled pork, probably like this, and probably like this high. And then a chicken breast, like this. A smoked, boneless, skinless chicken breast. And it was probably about this thick. I mean, I ate the heck out of that chicken breast because I gotta have smoked chicken breast. Because I didn't put anything on it. So it's just a smoked chicken breast. So that is on my diet. And then of course we had cake, which I'm not supposed to have, but yeah, it was for a birthday. And so it was pretty much, that's been I was tired then on Saturday and Sunday from going out. Ugh. It's not even like the going out, it's the being in so much pain that wears me, it just wears me out. I mean, so much pain from it, and my body just, it doesn't like it. So, I mean, what are you gonna do though? Like, I gotta get out the house. So I was tired all weekend, but that was okay. And we didn't really do a whole lot. We watched some movies. We watched Masters of the Universe. That was really good. It's on Prime, I think. If you haven't seen it, if you're old like us, you remember Masters of the Universe. He-Man Masters of the Universe when we were kids. I myself loved She-Ra. My brother loved He-Man. I mean, I watched He-Man too, don't get me wrong. But I was extremely excited when She-Ra came around. And so, we watched that movie on Sunday, I think. I don't know. I was really tired all weekend. I slept a lot over the weekend. And I didn't sleep. I mean, I didn't sleep Friday night much because I was in so much pain. And then, so Saturday and Sunday, I was just out of it. But at least I got out the house, right? And I did have a nice weekend. And more importantly, my husband got to have a nice weekend. He had a very nice, relaxing weekend. So, in every big house projects he had to do, he did all kind of stuff to work on. I mean, he had stuff to work on that he got for his birthday, but that was fun stuff, not work stuff. Oh my god, and we got these cool, I'll have to show it to you sometime. I can't get to it tonight. We got these like little kits to make at Michael's. His was a book nook, and mine is like a little diorama. And they're both like Halloween themed. They're really cool. And they were kind of fun to do. They're very crafty if you like It's a lot of like, you have to, they're made of like wood, like thin wood, different thicknesses of wood, and then um, not stickers. You have to glue everything together, and they're cute though. They have them at Michael's. They weren't like super expensive either. And it took us, we worked on Friday night, Saturday night, Friday night. I think Friday night. Now it did take us a while. I mean, we were up until way late, and we actually had to fix both of them on Saturday. But they were fun. They were fun to put together. So we were working on that, and then my husband, he built a book nook. It's like an alchemy book nook. It was pretty cool. And then I did a haunted coffee shop. It's really cute. And then, so we did those, and then he got a Lego set, AT-AT Star Wars Lego set for his birthday, so he did that on, I think, Saturday. I don't know, the days all go together. And then Sunday he worked on his other stuff. So yeah, we had a good weekend. We had fun. We did a bunch of stuff. It wasn't crazy, but it was relaxing. And this week has just been, this week got away from me. It's been Monday, I don't know. Oh, yeah, Monday nothing exciting happened. And then Tuesday my aide wasn't here, so I was so tired. I had not been sleeping very good. So she was not here. She had called off, and I was like, they're like, do you want us to send somebody? I'm like, no. She can make up her hours like she did last week. So that's what she's doing. And I'm like, I just slept. I slept most of the day Tuesday. It just felt so good to sleep, and nobody was here, and me and the cats. I got a little bit done, but mostly I slept, and it was so nice. So I could sleep, so I slept. And then, so then yesterday and today I've been trying to get some stuff done. Yesterday I was in some pain, so I didn't get as much done, but last night I got a lot done, and then today I got a lot done, so I must be feeling a little bit better, because I have been so distracted with pain. I have not gotten much done during the day. So yeah, so I got that all done. What else did I do? And that's pretty much been my week. My aide came yesterday and today. I cooked a little yesterday and today. A little. But it was nice because I miss cooking. I love to cook. Yesterday I made I cut up some potatoes. My husband's making breakfast for dinner. And so I cut up potatoes so he could make hash browns. Or not hash browns, home fries. And so I peeled and cut the potatoes and the onions up. So when he got home, he could just throw them in the pan. And then today I made, because we had some, I gotten some tomatoes and some cucumbers off of my plants from outside, and they needed to get used because, and it was a mix of like plum tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, and full-size tomatoes, but no big tomatoes, like big enough to make like BLTs or just tomato sandwiches, because I love tomato sandwich. So I'm like, you know what? I have been slacking making salads and stuff for me that I could eat. So I cut up the tomatoes and the cucumbers. And then I added some chickpeas and some canned green beans. And chopped up an onion. And then I just added balsamic vinaigrette, the dressing, a little bit of that. And then a little bit I have the best. I'm going to be so sad because I don't know where to get it again. But I have this black garlic balsamic vinaigrette. Oh my God, to die for. And then So I added a little bit of that, and then some seasoning, like some salt, pepper, Slap Your Mama, and what else did I add? Oh, a little bit of olive oil, and then the balsamic vinaigrette, the black garlic. Oh, Slap Your Mama, and a little bit of everything bagel seasoning. Oh my god, it was so good. It was really good. So we had that, and that was tasty. And then, we had that with dinner tonight. Because I'm trying, I didn't go off my diet, okay? In no way did I go off my diet, but I've been slacking a little bit on it. Not so much on the carbs part of it, because I've been limiting my carbs a lot, like a lot. But the the meat part is hard, okay? The meat part's hard for me. I could go, and the dairy part, okay? So, I've switched, I switched from regular milk to almond milk, fully. And it's the no sugar added almond milk. So I switched to that fully for everything. So that's good. And then I'm a little bit lactose intolerant, so I didn't get like a ton of dairy, but cheese is a problem. So I cut out a lot of the cottage cheese because she told me no cottage cheese, so I'm not eating cottage cheese. I'm not eating cream cheese. I'm not eating sour cream. I cut all that out. But you're going to have to pry cheese out of my cold, dead hands. You know what I'm saying? The world without cheese is a sad place. So, I'm sorry, but I've cut out a lot of cheese. I used to eat more cheese. I've cut a lot of the cheese out. I've also cut down on my beef, and I'm not really even supposed to have pork, she said. So, I've cut down a lot of that. I do a lot more chicken, fish, and no meat at all. Because I do, for lunch, I do vegan burgers, which have 0 carbs, 0 cholesterol. So, how much healthier? It's not meat. And they have no cholesterol. And they do have some sodium in them, but my sodium's good. It's not high. So, and I'm actually supposed to have a little more salt now that I'm taking the water pill because it can take too much sodium out. So, but they don't have that much salt. They just have more than I would like. You know what I mean? So, at this point, I'm like, look, you gotta give me something. You know what I mean? Right? You can take away a lot of stuff, but I haven't been as strict on my diet as I was. I was really proud of myself because up until just a couple weeks ago, I was eating really, 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 really good. Very, very low. Almost no carb. Very, very low cholesterol. But you may have slacked a scotch on that. But yeah. And like I said, I try to do 0 carb for breakfast and lunch, and then I have some carbs at dinner because you still have to eat a little bit of carbs, even diabetic. Your body needs carbs, just not over amounts of carbs. So I don't drink any carbs because I drink coffee, no sugar, no Splenda, no artificial. I just use creamer, and if I do a flavored creamer, it's a sugar-free flavored creamer, which I'm sure has some cholesterol in it, but it's still not dairy, so I don't care. And then what do I do for? And then of course the rest of the day I drink water with the sugar-free packets of the little bottle packets. But I mean, I have this 44 ounce and I use a half a packet, or no, a third a packet for a whole bottle of water. So, you know. So I'm trying. I'm making an effort. And let me just say, when you're in a lot of pain, when they keep putting you in pain and then they want you to eat healthy, that's really hard. Like, you gotta give me something here. But I am feeling a lot better. And I think with that, I have chit-chatted long enough. So this is where I'm at so far. This is, show you the colors. It's really cool looking. Try to get you in the light instead of the green. Or blue. Green. Yeah, green. So, yeah, so that's what I'm working on. I'll try to take pictures of it when I'm done, so I can show you guys what it looks like. But that is what I'm going to work on the rest of tonight. And, I might not upload this until Friday. Because my husband's live streaming, so I have to wait until he's done so I don't use all the bandwidth up in the house, even though we pay for a lot. But kids are both streaming upstairs, husband's streaming downstairs, so I'm just recording this. So I just want to say hi to everybody. I want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me. It means more than you will ever know. I love our chats. I love all you guys. I really do. It just means so much to me. We'll have to talk about it next time. I just thought of something I want to talk about. We'll talk about that next time because I've already spent 41 minutes talking to you. So I appreciate each and every one of you. As always, choose love every day. You guys mean the world to me. Do something nice for yourself today. No matter what it is, do something nice for yourself every day because you deserve it. And I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.